base marks and levelling points are of course not the only visible mapping feature still available today. Triangulation points are of course the other. And whilst we've all come across them by accident or design, some of them hold more significant historical interest than others. So, what exactly are trig points? Well, they're normally 4 feet concrete blocks located at a high point within a certain area, used by the Ordnance Survey to map the entire country. The idea being you'd have at least 2 others in plain sight. You place a device in here, measure the angles between the 2, and you could triangulate the whole country. Well, not the whole country with these 2, but you get the idea. This was accurate across the whole of the country to within 20 metres. This, however, will do you 3mm. In the form that we know them today, triangulation points were built from 1935 onwards, and they were built to aid the re-triangulation of Great Britain, which of course implies there was triangulation before this. And of course there was the principal triangulation of Great Britain, which took place between 1791 and 1853. Which brings us nicely to this trig point here. So have a look at Beacon Hill on any old map which predates the re-triangulation of Great Britain, and thus this concrete structure, and you'll see the map states gun end of base. And this point here contained just that. The upturned muzzle of a cannon stuck out the ground, and in mapping terms in this country that was extremely significant. Why? Well, because if you walk south of this point around about 7 miles and stand in a pig field just north of Salisbury, you'd have just walked along what was one of 2 original baselines for the original principal triangulation. The other one can be found in Amesbury. It's unknown whether the cannon still survives here today, but I'd like to believe it does. Why an upturned muzzle cannon? Well, possibly because artilleryman William Smudge was one of 3 that were tasked to undertake the mapping. William Smudge and his colleagues would eventually map over 300 of his initial triangulation points across the UK. And that is why there is a cannon placed just under the ground 200 yards north of the 303 at Amesbury.